Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, friends. My name is Jen Messer, aka The Snarky Siren. And if you are watching this video, then you are most likely going to be watching the replay. So, I have been inspired today to do something totally awesome. I think, anyway. Let me find my backup device. As long as I can't do what I was going to do. There we go. Okay. What's up? So, we're here today to have a conversation. And this conversation may take a little bit. But I want to talk to you tonight about network marketing. What is network marketing? And in 2025, what are we out here doing to gain new customers, new friends, and get that ball rolling? Okay, that is the question of the night. This is actually inspired by the group that I run, the Pharmacy Connection. It is for all pharmacy influencers, for everybody who is a part of pharmacy, so that we can come together as a unit, connect, learn, grow, and build abundance, right? So, what is network marketing exactly? Well, network marketing is an industry that was built that is self-employment, because you're 1099 based, with pretty much all network marketing positions there are. And it was built so that you can run your own business on your own time and be able to live and make a profit and have some form of success. So, I'm going to say that that was started back in the 30s, 40s with Avon. They were kind of the first ones in the market that wanted to give women a chance and the opportunity while their husbands were away at war to be able to make an income and to still be able to provide for families and children that they had at home. So from there, over the years, it has grown and evolved. At points, it's been called different things. Some now call it social selling. It's been direct selling. It's been all various names. As you come in, say hey, let me know where you're coming in from. But that's just a tiny bit about the history of network marketing. And I wanted to give you that little bit because we're going to touch on tonight some of those old school methods that we used to use back in the day that can still be very effective in 2025. And it's almost like they're a lost and forgotten art, and people are missing that personal touch, even in the world of all great things social media. So that's why I made a post today. I put it in the group as well as here on my page. Talking about getting back to the roots. Because getting back to the roots of what this industry is about is very important. Some people will say, oh, the industry's dying. No, the industry is not dying. It is evolving. people 5 years after the vid are like, okay, what happened to the human connection? Where has that aspect of life gone? Hey, darling, so glad you're here from Georgia. So, with that being said, the purpose of tonight is to show you guys how customer acquisition is actually a multifaceted part of the job. And it's not just posting on social media. It's not just chatting on social media. It's so much more than that. So you'll see me looking down some. I've got my outline. I've edited on it just a little bit, but not too much, because I don't want to overdo it, and I've already got 5 pages just with the outline. So, the key point of tonight is social media is one tool. We don't want to forget the roots of network marketing and where it came from, because those tools are going to be what helps to push and drive us. The key to network marketing is networking. You aren't just selling things to people. You are connecting with them. You are solving problems for them. You are serving them. You're doing something for someone else. It doesn't matter what the need is. It is there to serve a purpose in their life. So let's get back to the grassroots of the industry and the business and the key points that is going to help you to advance your business and grow your customer base. So one of the main points is going to be word of mouth. We all know that that is huge for any small business. When you're mad at a small business, that's the first thing you use is, I'll tell so-and-so and so-and-so. Well, we need that same energy when things are good and when things are great, right? So, talking to the people that you are already interacting with, word of mouth starts with you. If you don't open your mouth and tell people that you have a business, they're not going to know, right? So we got to get that word of mouth going. And you start that off with your cashiers, your waitresses, receptionist at your doctor's, dentist, dental hygienist even. There's so many places that we go to and interact with other humans on a daily basis that there's no reason that you can't be getting your name out there for yourself to begin with. So we're going to do a casual 3-second conversation. This is how you do that interaction with those people. So when you're out and you're ready to connect with somebody, then you're going to hit 3 main topics. Compliment them. Okay? Hey, I really like the way your lipstick looks. I'm going to tell you, and I do this without ever even attempting to sell people a lot, just because I love the smile that I see on somebody's face. A girl the other day in the McDonald's drive-thru, her hair was on point, and I mentioned that to her, and the instant grin was so heartwarming. So just a reminder, start with a compliment, connect with them real quick, find that one thing that you thought you would have in common, or expand on the compliment. That's the word I'm looking for. Expand on your compliment to connect with them. And maybe you're really into hair. Maybe you're really into nails. Or maybe complimenting the thing that you're the most into. So, my upline likes to tell me that I need to be doing more lip tutorials because I'm really good at the ombre lip. And I love doing bold lip looks. So maybe I'm going to compliment somebody on their lip look of the day. And connect with them and tell them how I like doing different lip looks too. Then I'm going to invite them. So I always have a business card. And this one is mine. It actually goes to my milkshake website that has, and I don't have it on my backup or I would show you. Hey, baby. I don't have it on this one or I would show it to you, but it has all of my links. And on there is my pharmacy link, my booking link, anything that I feel I would want somebody to snapshot see from one of these. Milkshake even gives you the opportunity to do a little mini bio. And I really love that, so that people can learn just a bit about me as soon as they open up my QR code on my card. So, and then I'm going to invite them. Quick, 3 seconds, we're good, we're done. Are you feeling better, Bubba? So, that next point played into always making sure that you have business cards or QR codes. So, nowadays, we have regular business cards. There are digital business cards where you can just tap your card to somebody's phone and it'll instantly pull you up. And they can save and store that information. Then there's also, like, I don't have one with me, but there are QR code keychains. So you can create your little QR code. I went on Google and said, hey, Google, I need a free QR code creator. And ta-da, I put it on there. And then that way, on the keychain is your little QR code. Anytime you're out and about, somebody can scan that and instantly be able to access all of your things. So like my milkshake, it has multiple links on it, but it also has all of my social media platforms on it. So when somebody opens that up, if they're on another platform, they can find me in the place that they frequent the most. We'll put it that way. Samples and demos. So samples is why I brought the box. Or samples and demos, honestly, is why I brought the box. And that is because the pharmacy box is stunning, and it comes full of all of the samples that you could ever need. Now, I will say, there was a time where they allowed us to order a new kit, and I ordered a new kit. So, this one I have not taken apart at all. I keep this all together to do demos as a leader. Right? So as a leader, I'm doing demos with this, and that's why I keep it as is. But as someone who is brand new, this box has enough samples in it where you can get together and do this is what I call girly play dates. So me and a bestie get together and we're going to go out and we're going to, get together with a couple drinks, open up the box, go through it, see what all is inside, see what she may be interested in trying, let her try a couple of things, and just have one of those moments where you get to really spend time together and also share the product as well. But keeping samples in your car or in your purse also gives you the ability that when you hand somebody that card, you can hand them a sample Here you go. Now, if you don't mind, will you use, and this is a script moment, if you don't mind, will you go ahead and scan that QR code for me? Yeah, sure, no problem. So they scan your little QR code. Okay, so it's come up to my milkshake. So now I'm going to say, do you mind tapping on bookings for me? No, sure. On here, I have different consultation appointments, one of which, let's see, is a makeup and skincare consultation. So they can go in and click anytime in the next week or so, if you don't mind to spend, it doesn't take the full 30 minutes. I've added 30 minutes just in case we get a little chatty. But if you don't mind, go on there and schedule a time with me sometime within the next week or so that we can discuss what you think about the samples that I give you today. Bam. The minute they set up that booking, they put information into your site so that you can be able to reach out and talk to them and be able to have another way to connect with them, and they have your information as well. So, another thing is doing like the girlfriend's party, like we were talking about just a minute ago. That is absolutely phenomenal, to go sit down with a couple of girlfriends I love that idea, Amanda. But you can sit down with a couple of girlfriends and go through the samples, let some people try some things. One of the main things that helps people to buy, especially skincare beauty products, is touch and feel. They want to know if the moisturizers are greasy, and they're not going to be able to take your word for it because your greasy may be different than their greasy. So do you see what I'm saying? Getting together with people locally and letting them try your things is a great way to get your foot in the door and be able to reach back out later, even if they can't purchase today. Reach back out later and go, hey, just wanted to know if you was interested. And that's the same thing with a try-it party. Try-it parties, here at Pharmacy, we don't do parties per se. We have a party online party outline. We'll get to those here in a few minutes. But, try-it party. Take my box. Try some of the things in here that you think you might be interested in. Write down what those items are. There's no pressure to buy today, but if you do see something that you're really interested in and want to put it on the list, put a star by that. So I'll make sure that we get those products to you first, and kind of like a priority list. Hey girl, gotta love my Tennessee people. Look at us, Tennessee, Georgia, and North Carolina in the house. But letting someone take your box with samples in it for a couple of days enables them to try things, their friends to try things, and everybody can get a little list together for you so that you've got something to work off of with them in the coming weeks, months, depending on how many products they want to buy at a time. Local community presence. This is important. And in this aspect of things, see, what I'm explaining is we're all building on connections, because it takes the average consumer 10 times of seeing something before they purchase it. Don't let that discourage you. Don't. Just know that you've got to put in the effort. So, building your local community presence is huge. You can do this by doing vendor events, craft fairs, little local pop-up shops. But in doing these, I need to tell you, if your goal is sales, you're going to want to do mega events. If your goal is connection and meeting up with new people, smaller events are perfect for that. I never expect tons of sales from smaller events. That is just historically how it's been. Therefore, knowing that, I go into those events set up with a way. Yes, I can show that. I go into those events set up in a way of like, okay, so most of y'all don't watch me daily, But back here is a game system that I've been playing. So what I would do in an event setting with my pharmacy is have items set up, have a little bundle of something, and be like, okay, so you can potentially win this little bundle of goodies if you give me your name, email address, and phone number. At the end of the event, I'm going to be reaching out to everybody, or to my winner, but I'll let everybody know by email who was the winner. That way, number one, you get into their email box whether they win or lose, so they know you and associate with you. Number two, you are capturing those emails, because this is going to come up again later. Hold that thought. We want to capture emails. We want to capture phone numbers, because these are all tools that are going to assist us on the back end of collecting and gaining new customers. All right, so leaving catalogs and your business cards at local salons, gyms, and daycare centers. This is huge. I can't tell you. When so I was with Avon back in the day. So for those of you who are new to me, I have been in network marketing for 20 years. And I've been the girl who built the massive team over here. This was many years ago. Then I saw the shiny object, moved to the shiny object. I found success there and had the rug yanked out from under me. So now we're rebuilding again with pharmacy. And that is totally fine. But when I done that, when I spent money on catalogs like it was going out of style. Hundreds at a time. I would leave them across anywhere and everywhere in the nation. My husband was a truck driver who went to California every week. I had access to every state from here to California across the northern end. Then he came back 40, so every state from California back across I-40. There was catalogs going in restrooms at rest areas. There was catalogs going in restrooms at the truck stops. There was catalogs going out everywhere. So, catalogs and business cards. Catalogs and business cards. Grassroots efforts. I'm telling you guys. So, next up is donating products for raffles, charity baskets, and that kind of thing to help get your name out there. Whew. This has been huge for me in the past as well. And what happened, or what happens with that is, I take my free product. So, anytime pharmacy is running a special, spend this, get this, I'm hopping on that train. Because those free products, for me, is my marketing spend. So, we are pharmacy's marketing department. But in the marketing department, we have to market, right? So, I used my free products as giveaways, whether it goes into baskets or like the next thing I'm going to talk to you about, anything for raffles. Those get your name out in a big way. And a lot of times, especially if it's like I do silent auctions, and they'll have, everybody has to write down their name, their email, and what they're bidding. Those are great because I ask for a copy of the sheet for the people who signed up for my item. That's 25 or 30 leads that I will get for my business from donating items that I didn't have to spend to get, or items that I didn't pay for out of my pocket. I might have bought the other stuff, or I may have, been doing a bulk order for my customers and got the other stuff. But either way, I haven't had to spend out of my pocket to advertise the business. So along with that is going to be asking your happy customers for referrals. Loyalty perks such as freebie for every 3 people they send. Customer referral cards. And I have these delightful little punch cards. I got these off of Temu. Okay? Temu is great for business supplies. They're little punch cards. Their name goes here. What they're going to get goes here. After they hit the 10th punch, it could be the 10th order. It could be like every $10, so that would be $100. Yep. But either way, when they get to the 10th punch, they get that free item. So those kind of things are huge, and that's what I like to use those spend $60, get this bundle for free. Spend $50, get this bundle for $5. Okay, I'll pay $5 because it's always going to be well over $5 in value. You can count on that. All right. So let's talk for a minute about some new school customer acquisition attempts through digital platforms. So having or building a social media presence is going to be one of the things that you want to do, one of the tools for your business. You can't depend on it unless you already have a mega following in the beginning, and I'm going to be 100% real with you on that. You have to grow your following, your people, your tribe, and you do that by using the content pillars. What are content pillars, Jen? I didn't even know that was a thing. You may have without even knowing it. Education, inspiration, entertainment, and personal story. Let's break that down right quick. Education, that's plain and simple. For all of my girlies over in the Pharmacy Connection, we're doing that on a daily basis in the product spotlights. There is all the education under each specific product that you could ever possibly want. So you can turn around and utilize those posts as educational posts, right? So there's one way, and I'm giving you the tools to do that. Number 2 is inspiration. For me, I like to do that in Reels. And it is posting those. I post B-roll usually, so like maybe I'm driving somewhere and it's a picture of the scenery or a video of the scenery. You can use anything for content. Anything for content. But adding that inspirational quote, adding that inspirational, motivational element can turn it into the inspirational side of the post that you're looking for. Then there's entertainment. Inspirational posts that also pertain to business is results. Everybody is on flaunt it right now like something wild. Because the results are insane, and anybody who has got to see those have made purchases, got themselves into it, are doing the thing. So, inspiration is also results photos and videos. Entertainment. That's the fun stuff. That is the silly late night videos that I like to make when I'm recoloring my hair, because we're purple, y'all. We're purple. So I do wild hair videos. I used to do them a lot more, but like when I take my hair down out of this, I'll fluff it out where it's standing completely out, and then I do my hair, like get in the shower, wash my hair, dry my hair, do all the things with the intensive hair therapy line, and show it all smooth back out, down, regular, and normal, and that is entertaining as can be. People laugh so hard at me, and that's the thing. You've got to be able and willing to laugh at yourself. You've got to take those moments. No, I'm not telling you to have your hair dancing like a peacock, but find your version of comedy in it. That is entertaining. And then we always share the bits of personal story. The why. Why are you doing this? Why are you in this industry? Why do you need it? Why do you want it? Why are you here? I got a lot better about doing this in May. In May, I graduated from college with my CNA certificate. And at 39 years old, I had never walked a stage. I had gotten my CNA before, but I had never walked a stage. And that story in itself inspired so many people that it helped me to want to learn how to communicate my story better. And it made me want to share my story more to help other people. Because one thing that many people don't know about me is I went through a dark time in life just like most other people. But mine got really dark. And I landed, I've been homeless, I've been in jail, I've lost everything more than once. Like, it could be a whole novel series. And I'm not going to let that get me down or stop me. And that's what got me started in this industry. And so, getting into your personal story, getting into the parts that get you emotional, that help other people feel. Because people participate when they feel. On that note, I need a drink. If you are with me, if you're getting what I'm putting down, type a 1 in the comments below, whether you're watching live or you're watching in the replay. Type a 1 in the comments below. That's going to help me see that you're understanding what I'm saying and that we're keeping on in that right direction. Next up, consistency over perfection. Yes, I've done that 3 times. That's what's hard for a lot of people. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. Like, y'all see me right now? I literally decided to do this after there was a couple of similar comments on the post in the connection. So a lot of times you'll hear me reference it as the connection. So people are curious how to get customers, curious about the industry. I was like, okay, you know what? Bam. And so we popped this out, put this together, I think from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, I had it all ready, and like, I didn't fully get to go and highlight what I needed to, but I'm not sure that we're even going to get all the way through this tonight. I may have to break down parts 4 through 8 tomorrow, because we're only at number 3 and we're unpacking a good deal, and I feel like if I go too far, I'm going to overwhelm you. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I want to give you all the details, all the info that you need so that you can hop in and be successful. In the connection, we have your first week of post. If you've gotten through your first week, I also have a 30-day program that can help you with your first 30 days of post. So after you run through the 7 days program, then we can do the next 30 days, and that'll help give you time and balance to utilize the group and learn more things so you feel like you've got more footing under you. All right. Consistency over perfection. Y'all don't know at the amount of content I batch, personally. Monday is my batch day. I am not open to the public to collect their products or do things on Monday because I am going through and preparing my entire week in advance. Most all of my reels are already done on Monday. Most all of my training posts are already scheduled by Monday night. So I try to get ahead of the game so that I never end up behind the game. Because real talk, life comes, life happens. Life has been lifing for us personally. Like, I do game lives. On Saturday night, I had to do just the pre-order that I had for the game night because we had a family emergency and there was things that I needed to deal with. However, my content was already set to keep rolling. So I did not have to worry about any of the stuff that I would normally want to post for my business on a daily basis because that content is already scheduled ahead and it's ready to go and it's ready to roll. It's automated every week on Monday by me. That helps to ensure that I am consistent. It may not be perfect. It may not be beautiful. On the rare chance, I do have those moments. Like, the reason I have as many followers as I do is because a couple of years ago, I done a reel. It was a topic I hopped on, and I swear, the stupidest things will make you go viral. This particular reel went viral. And it was on the stupidest thing. But from there, I have gained some pretty awesome humans in my life. So, I say again, consistency over perfection, because that's what matters. I especially have learned lately, and if you go over to the platform with a T, you'll see people are even having the discussions there of it is the stupidest things that are going viral and that people are loving, and the stuff that you put the most effort and energy perfecting gets 10 views. They ain't lying. Alright, y'all. So, share your face and share your story. So many times, I could tell you, I have done this over and over again, and every time I run the test, the things always pan out to the same results. I can post a makeup look and get 66 interactions, 200 interactions. I can post just graphics of those products that I used for said makeup look, 2 interactions. People want to see you. People want real results. People want real. Gone are the days of thinking that everybody wants perfection, that everybody wants to see the most perfect, and that is why I am making a reel or a video with no teeth. I haven't had my proper teeth in months, or over a year, because I had them pulled and the temporary top doesn't fit. We moved 300 miles from the coast inland, and so I no longer have that dentist to go to that I paid for the temporary and the full set, the regular set. So, all of that going on, and I have come to terms with it is what it is, and if somebody has something to say about it, I really don't care. You've got to let go of trying to be perfect and focus on being consistent. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. We're never going to get perfect. The only perfect person doesn't exist anymore. So, post daily. If you need to batch it, batch it. And I'll tell you, I usually, if I'm having a rough week, I'm going to use content from this time last year or the year before, whatever is available in my phone, because I still need that content. I just change up how I used it from the way that I previously used it. Whew. All right, y'all, part B. Attraction marketing. That goes back to where we were referencing the inspiration with results, lifestyle, tips, and everything that isn't a constant sales pitch. Attracting people to like your product doesn't mean that when you post it, you have to go, hey, look, it's a Sprite. I love Sprite, and you should love Sprite. How about you get one? Here's my link. Instead, hi friends, have you tried the new Sprite? They've come out with so many awesome flavors lately. I am loving this new blah 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 whatever flavor. So, I just wanted to let you know that it's pretty good. And then take a big swig. I'm not going to do it at the moment. Into video. Into content. I'm not asking them for anything. I'm not asking them to do anything. I'm just going, hey, you know, it's pretty awesome. In the same way that everybody goes, hey, it's pretty awesome about the new Jordans or the new Urban Decay something something. I don't know. Throwing stuff out there. But the point is to show up posting so-and-so's results or even your results on any of the weight loss products or the skin firming, the new duo. Posting those results without expecting something from someone else. Posting how you use things without going, hey, but buy it. And tips are huge. I'm going to be honest with you 100% right now. One of the best things you could do is come up with small, short videos. 5 tips for applying mascara. Or 3 tips for applying mascara. 3 tips for applying eyeliner. 5 tips for applying eyeshadow. Those little how-to videos, tip videos, are huge. People love to learn to do things. And if you haven't learned to do it yet, the 2 of yous will definitely help you learn anything you want to know. That's where I've learned everything I know. Literally everything I know. I have 50,000 YouTube degrees, just saying. Because that's, like, I've learned that many different things through YouTube. Not technically a degree, though. We're working on the real thing. Just saying. Alright. And curiosity posts. Transformations, but without immediately dropping the link. Or, like, we just released the Infinolash Brown. I made a post, and I simply asked people if they liked black or brown mascara. That attracted people to answer because I wasn't selling them anything. And it worked. Questions. Open-ended questions. Or this or that questions. People love it. So, then you're going to want to use your stories for the behind the scenes moments, polls, and just little casual invite type moments. So let's break this down by platform. What and where is appropriate to do things? And this is not a end-all be-all, but this is just kind of the general, this is how people are doing and using it, so it only makes sense to do it this way as well. So on Facebook, you're going to be doing the long-form post, posting in groups, doing your lives, but remember that your lives are going to be deleted in 30 days. So for me personally, I have a channel on YouTube that I have a few of them actually. But I have one where I used to post all my crafties. I have a pharmacy YouTube where I post all of this kind of content or pharmacy specific training content. All of it goes onto that specific channel. That way, I don't lose my content that I worked hard to create, and other people can see it across other platforms. We'll talk at a whole nother point about repurposing content, long-form video content. There's so many ways we can use this. There's so many ways I can use this. But this video, it'll be roughly an hour long. I could separate it down into so many clips and get so much content. But that's a horse for another day. Alright, so Facebook is long-form posts, groups, and lives. Just remember that they will be deleted. Instagram is great for the reels, the carousels, and getting into DMs. That's where you want to DM. Okay? Then TikTok is going to be the fast-paced, authentic, trending sounds environment. I ain't going to lie, I'm a little unhinged on my TikTok because I'm a little bit unhinged human. I am loud, I am wild, I am all the things that a lot of people don't love, so therefore I don't share that here. But if you're on my TikTok, you're going to love me or you're going to hate me, and I really don't care which way that goes. Hi, Lindsay. But yeah, I don't care which way that goes, because, and here's the thing, this was a famous Jessie Lee Ward moment, and if you take a second to dissect me, I reflect her in a lot of the ways I do. She was a primary teacher for me for a lot of years, even though I had never met her. So I am Jen, aka the Snarky Siren. The Snarky Siren is loud and boisterous, and Jen is quiet and timid and creative and a homebody. Whereas the Snarky Siren is none of those things. She's the exact polar opposite. So, the alter ego thing really comes into play for some of us. But remember with TikTok that they could still get banned soon. They're creating the whole other app thing. But I do know that on September 13th, they're changing rules and getting a little more strict. I do also want everyone to know in advance. TikTok actually has a policy against recruiting for MLM. So, if someone reports your post as recruiting for MLM, yes ma'am, I do. There is the potential now, especially with the new rules that are changing September 13th, there is the potential to lose your account altogether. So I'm going to beg you all to not use that as a recruiting space. The other platforms really don't seem to care. They might, whatever, but it is a community guideline in TikTok to not recruit for MLM. One more time. It is a TikTok guideline to not recruit for MLM. So Susie Q Blow Joe down the road gets mad that you're over here doing so-and-so, and you've got a recruiting post up, she can cause you to lose your account. That's what I'm going to say on that. And then, of course, there is the Tube of Views, YouTube. I love that place. Again, y'all know, I said it. But that is a great place to put your reviews, product reviews. So it is absolutely amazing, and I don't have any here on my desk. But it is absolutely amazing to go, hey, so I just got these new products in from Pharmacy, y'all, and I wanted to share a little bit with you about them. And go into a little detail about the new products that you got to review them. The same thing with tutorials. Any kind of tutorials that you do, they are great for YouTube. YouTube is the place where people go to learn things. And then unboxings. Unboxings are great. I used to say on TikTok too, like 6 months ago, an unboxing on TikTok would have made you go viral. To do it now, I'm not so sure, because they are like also seriously putting the ban down on saying brand names and using brand names. I'm not sure. I need to dig a little deeper to see, but I believe that is across the board, which is going to make it extremely hard for influencer type people to be able to do their thing on the TT. So the coming months on TikTok are going to be very interesting to see how things start to change and adapt. But anyway, I digress. Unboxings are definitely great on YouTube. I usually get a decent amount of views on those, and I'm going to tell you, post long form and short form, so on YouTube, shorts and videos. See what starts getting you the most views, and then focus in that area. So like mine, last week I got, I think, like 7,000 views on my shorts. But I do also post most of the inspirational shorts that I do across all of my platforms. Not all of my all of my YouTubes, because I have multiple, but I do always try to post those on my Pharmacy YouTube, because that's where I want to be motivating and inspiring people the most. Alright, last part, and then we're going to stop for tonight. I'm going to have to do 4 through 8 tomorrow night, because this outline got me going real deep, y'all. I've spent 20 years here, or not at Pharmacy, but in the industry. And a lot of times I tend to forget what I wished I had known in the beginning. So by asking the question of, what do you guys want to learn this week? It helps me have these fired up moments where I can create training programs or training lives, share them with you guys, and be able to be of more assistance to more people. My goal in life is to help the most people that I can to reach their goal, whatever the goal may be. So it's not just MLM direct sales, it's across the platform or across the board. Whatever your goals may be, I want to make sure that you achieve them, and I will cheer you on through every moment of that. So, our last topic of the night is going to be your lead capturing systems. Pharmacy has a great one. Your customers can go in, sign up for a customer account, bam. But here's the thing that I want to share with everyone, and this is one of the things that I can share as not being a part of corporate, because I believe in holding my own lead capture system. I don't think Pharmacy is going to shut down anytime soon. They are debt-free. They are building and growing every freaking month over month. Great things are happening. But I'm going to protect myself and my assets in all things, right? So I do a separate lead system. I personally use OmniSend. There are many out there, If you want to get into more details on this, type 2 in the comments below, and maybe I'll do that as one of the next trainings. But lead capturing, we can get into a whole rabbit hole on its own. So you're going to start a lead capturing system with freebies and lead magnets, such as a glow up checklist or a tips list like we were talking about a while ago. So you can do it in video form. You can make it a document. Take your document, offer it as a freebie that you can also attach the video clip to, because not everyone is going to learn best through watching videos or listening to us talk through video. They want to read it. We're wanting to cover the most different educational methods possible with the least amount of effort, if that makes sense. So, I'm going to take my top 5 tips, put it in a document, use that document to make the video, and then go, hey friends, I'm offering these tips for free. Here's a link to sign up for email or for my email list so that you can get more tips like this straight into your email box. This has worked wonders. And I just now got mine reset. I hadn't done it for years. And then I went in. So when you first start an email list using any of the platforms, you want to collect all of the emails that you currently already have. Thank you, Miss Vicky. I wrote your name down for that. But you want to collect all of the emails that you already have and put them in. When you send the first email, let everybody know, hey, I'm just starting this. If you don't want to participate, it is totally okay. All of the email providers, the email senders that do this, all of them offer the option to scroll down to the bottom, click unsubscribe, and people can unsubscribe super easy. But I load every single email that I've had in the last several years into my platform and send that first email and go, hey, this is why you're getting the email. I know we've been out of touch for however long. I really wanted to reconnect, but this is how I'm being able to reconnect with everybody at one time, or, however you want to word it. Email text lists are important. All of the big names use them. And that is because you never know what may happen. You never know what may go down. And you don't want to lose your entire customer base if you decide to separate from a company, or if you lose the company. This is for other companies, not pharmacy, because I really don't see us going anywhere. The 75 years of stability. We're in over 100 countries. You can actively recruit in 27 countries and growing. Considering the convention is next month, I really think they might announce being somewhere else in a new country, because that's just how pharmacy is. We're going to get a lot of releases, I feel like, and probably a new country sometime during that convention span. Alright, y'all. That was a lot of information to unpack, and I'd done that in exactly an hour. But I still, and this is what we're going to go over for tomorrow night, I still have to cover blending old and new methods of running a network marketing business together. Tips and tricks, as in the secret sauce. Systems for success. Practicing and role play, and how you can do that, like with you and a bestie, you and your husband, you and your wife, you and your significant other. Then we'll go over into some action steps, Q&A, and close it down. So, I really hope that I haven't overwhelmed anyone. These kind of things get me super... Oh, girl. Yes. See, and that's usually how that goes. And so, getting your email list built up now. So, if you've done any transactions through PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, well, I think Venmo and Cash App captures phone numbers. PayPal, you'll definitely be able to grab emails, because that's actually what I went in and done, is I went into my PayPal account, because I do most of my transactions through PayPal. My customers order directly from me. I have, don't pay attention to the mess, okay? Inventory. So a lot of my customers just order from me, or they go into my bulk orders. So I've been able to retain most of my customer base on my own, but PayPal will give you it breaks down the whole customer profile, but then I put it into ChatGPT and ask it to give me just names and emails. And then it popped that out. And I was able to import it into the email processor in 60 seconds, I think. So that was phenomenal. And now that I've got that set up, starting with September, I'm going to start sending out emails. I've also, so you can set up more than one list. So I have a customer side, and then I have a team side. So I've got all of my team now in there and loaded for the team side, so that I can send out the welcome program. Our team is starting over from scratch, even those that have been around a while, because we are rolling out a welcome program. It is the Snarky Siren welcome program, and it goes through, you get the letter, you get the 7-day challenge, you get the 30-day challenge, you get tips for newbies, you get trackers that you can use to help run your business. So I'm working on building these things out, and don't forget to check the files of the connection group, because I do load things into there. I'm trying to get better about loading files into there, because I don't want to, I've removed access to the Google Drive because it's been being borrowed by someone in a group. And so I've temporarily removed access to the Google Drive. We have more tools than you could ever possibly use. So I've been going through and paring some of those things down. I was going to look and see. No, it's not over here. But I have what I'm calling my Pharmacy Bible, and it is a book that I'm putting together out of the documents that I'm creating as tools for the whole. If you want to be a part of my welcome program, send me a message with your email and I will get you added to. And feel free to borrow and use any of my tools that you want to. Just let me know that you're borrowing them, and then I won't be upset. So, with that being said, we have went 5 minutes over what I was hoping to, and I've kept you guys just a little bit too long. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to do this again tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, and I will see you guys then. Have a great night.